Hello friends, welcome to Insights ICANN Initiative. In today's video, we are going to discuss about Prelims High Yield series. Due to some technical reasons, yesterday video was not posted. Tomorrow, that is Saturday, you are going to have two videos. One is in the morning, same like 9 a.m. and the other one regularly 9 p.m. So don't miss out those videos. So now in today's video, we are going to discuss about one of the most interesting topic, that is the places in news. Okay, first let me introduce you what topics we are going to discuss. In today's video, we are going to cover all these topics. Okay, that means around 14 topics we are going to cover in this video, places in news. Okay, nowadays you know that the weightage of the topic like places in news, it is getting increased in UPSC. So try to go through this topic very keenly, and if you have any doubts, put your doubts in the comment section, and if you like to give any suggestions for the further videos to include any new topics, I'll include. In the coming videos, you can expect current affairs related to economy also. Don't worry about that. First, regarding the Sweden. We are discussing Sweden because Sweden joined as a 32nd member country in the NATO. Okay, and 31st was the Finland. NATO was established through NATO treaty. And NATO is mainly originated in the context of Cold War. And in response to NATO, Russia also proposed one pact. If you know what is the name of that pact, put your answer in the comment section. And regarding the Sweden, okay, regarding the Sweden, so here you will see Norway, Sweden, Finland. There are three countries: Norway, Sweden, Finland. Okay, Sweden is having border with the Norway as well as the Finland. Here we can find the Baltic Sea. In the next following slides, you will get a clear picture. This is the one: Norway, Sweden, Finland. Sweden is joined as a 32nd member country in the NATO, and Sweden is pretty much neutral in the world wars. And Sweden played a very important role in World War II in supplying this iron to the Germany. So this is about the Sweden. Sweden joined in the NATO, land borders Finland and Norway, located in the Scandinavian peninsula. Maritime border, it is having maritime border with so many countries like Germany and Denmark, even the Russia as well. In the coming slide, you will get the details as well. Water bodies, nearby water bodies are Baltic Sea, Gulf of Bothnia. Actually, Gulf of Bothnia is a water body which is present between the Sweden and Finland. Okay, rest of the details we will discuss in the other maps where those were identified clearly. Next, second one is Catalonia. Catalonia present in Spain, and Catalonia is in news because of the political crisis and financial crisis as well. We all know that at one point of time, Catalonia, they conducted even the referendum as well, whether to stay in the Spain or not. Actually, Catalonia present in the Iberian Peninsula. Okay, Iberian Peninsula is the one, this one, it contains Spain as well as the Portugal. Catalonia present in almost all northeast part of the Iberian Peninsula here. Okay, and it is having border with the Andorra. Andorra is a very small country. And the important thing is the Spain and France, they are separated by Pyrenees Mountains. Pyrenees Mountains are the one which is separating the border between the Spain and France. Iberian Peninsula, both Atlantic Ocean, this Portugal and Spain. Here, this Iberian Peninsula is separated from Morocco. This Iberian Peninsula is separated from Morocco by a strait. What is the name of the strait? Comment your answer. What is the name of this strait which is connecting this Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean? Catalonia land borders, France, Andorra, Mediterranean Sea on the eastern direction, Ibora is the major river, and Pyrenees Mountains are one which separate the Spain and France. The third one, Baltic Sea. Just now we have seen Baltic Sea. Baltic Sea in news because due to this Russia and Ukraine conflict. Russia is claiming that the natural gas supply which is going to Germany under this Baltic Sea, it is attacked by the Ukraine forces. That is the complaint by the Russia. Baltic Sea majorly receives water from Vistula and Oder rivers. It is the youngest sea on the planet. Here you can find the Baltic Sea in the world map between the Sweden and Finland. If you go a little further, here this Baltic Sea, and it consists of Gulf of Bothnia. Gulf is, like when ocean is surrounded by, one part of the ocean is surrounded by land on three directions that forms the Gulf. Gulf of Bothnia, Gulf of Finland, Gulf of Riga. All these are related to Baltic Sea. And Kattegat and Skagerrak, these are also related to Baltic Sea. So just now in the previous slides I mentioned that when I was saying about Sweden, Sweden is having maritime boundary with Denmark, Germany, Poland, Russia, Lithuania. Okay, so this is regarding the Baltic Sea. And the fourth one, Kaladan Multimodal Project. This is a project between the India and Myanmar. Through this, we can improve the accessibility to the northeast. And Myanmar is a member of the BIMSTEC, you know that. And India is seeing Myanmar as a face of the Southeast Asian nations, ASEAN. Okay, Kaladan Multimodal Project. Now we are having some worries regarding this Kaladan Multimodal Project, because now in Myanmar, due to this military coup, military leaders, they occupied the nearby town, which is crucial in Kaladan project, that is the Paletwa town. Let's see the Kaladan project, Kaladan Multimodal Project. Actually, Kaladan Multimodal Project, it connects Calcutta ports to Sitwe port in Myanmar. From there, Paletwa, from there, Kaletwa, from there, Mizoram boundary and to Mizoram. Okay, so this is the project of the Kaladan Multimodal Project. Through this, India can send any cargo or any humanitarian aid or in goods as well from its mainland to the northeast, so that we can bypass the very long route of Siliguri corridor. And here the relation with the Myanmar is also playing very important role. There are 4 stages of this project. I told you already, Kolkata to Sitwe, Sitwe to Paletwa, Paletwa to border, and from border to the rest of the towns in Mizoram. Next, topic number 5, Mekong River. Vietnam farmers, they are facing losses as the salt water seeps into the Mekong Delta region. Generally, this Mekong Delta region is known as Vietnam's rice bowl. Mekong is international river. It is flowing through following countries, such as China is one country, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, and Myanmar. These are the 6 countries through which Mekong River flows. Because of the salt water from this Mekong River and in the Mekong River Delta, Vietnam farmers are facing losses. And of course, there is one more update due to the project, hydroelectric project on the Mekong River. Even one of the UNESCO World Heritage sites, Lunang Prabang, it is also facing a threat of submergence. Mekong River is an international river. It is originating in Tibet and it is flowing through 6 major countries. And it flows through South China Sea. It flows through South China Sea, Mekong River. Okay. Even India proposed the Ganges-Mekong cooperation as well. 6. Gulf of Tonkin. This Gulf of Tonkin is between the China and Vietnam. And now China is delineated. Okay. It's clearly mentioning its maritime boundaries. We all know that maritime boundaries and maritime laws are according to the UN Convention on the Law of Sea. The context is China delineated the baseline in the Gulf of Tonkin. This Gulf of Tonkin known as Bibu Gulf by China. According to UNCLOS 1982, baselines are used to determine the territorial boundaries as well as the exclusive economic zone of a particular country. Land boundaries. Gulf of Tonkin is located between the Vietnam and China. Okay, this part is Vietnam and this part is China. Previously, Vietnam for few years it consists of the North Vietnam and South Vietnam as well. This is a Vietnam, but after the Vietnamese war concluded, both the North and South Vietnams merged. Gulf of Tonkin present between the China and Vietnam. Okay, and we know that till now China and Vietnam having good relations. This Gulf of Tonkin is feeding by this one river. That river is known as this Red River, which flows through Vietnam and China. Next, topic number 7, Blue Line. Recently, US urged the maintenance of peace along the Blue Line. Actually, Blue Line is not exactly the international border, but it is a border declared by UNO between the Lebanon and Israel. Okay, it is not an official border. It was set up by UNO in 2000. So now let's see this Blue Line extend from where to where. If you look at here, this is the Blue Line, and this Blue Line, it starts from the Syrian Golan Heights. This Blue Line starts from the Golan Heights and it extends all the way up to Mediterranean Sea. Here you can find clearly Golan Heights, Syria, and Syria's Golan Heights occupied by the Israel. We know that. Here you can have Sheba farms. It's a very sacred place, Sheba area. From Golan Heights, it extends up to all the way to Mediterranean Sea. So Blue Line is effectively a border between the Israel and Lebanon, but of course it is not the internationally fixed one. It was declared as by UNO for certain interim manner. Here you can find Gaza. This part of the Palestine is Gaza, and the other side of the Palestine is this West Bank, where the Hamas role is very high. This is regarding the one. Then eighth one, Haiti. We are discussing Haiti because it experiencing surge of hunger as well as the civil war is going in Haiti. Land border is with the Dominican Republic, water bodies with Caribbean Sea and Atlantic Sea. Some of the mountain ranges here I included. This is regarding the Haiti. Haiti present in the Atlantic Ocean. Haiti is having border with the Dominican Republic. It is very, nearby to Cuba as well. Haiti and Dominican Republic. And here you can find the water bodies. Associated water bodies are Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea. Somewhere around here you will find the Sargasso Sea as well. A sea without borders. Next, Darien Gap. Darien Gap is in news because people are so dangerously they are migrating from South America to North America through this Darien Gap. Actually, this Darien Gap goes through this Isthmus of Panama. You know that Isthmus is a very narrow parcel of land which is connecting very large masses, that is known as Isthmus. This Darien Gap, actually it is between the Cambodia, the northern part of Cambodia to the Panama. Through this Darien Gap, it is becoming the world's dangerous and fastest growing crossings for illegal immigration. This route is taking from South America to North America and is connecting the Cambodia to southern Panama. It is a part of Isthmus of Panama. Isthmus is a narrow parcel of land which is connecting the two large land masses. This is the Darien Gap, Isthmus of Panama. Okay, you'll see here. Then Kuril Islands. Actually, Kuril Island is a kind of dispute or is a kind of interpretation between the Russia and Japan. Japan is claiming around 4 islands of the Kuril Islands as belong to them. They are Hebomi Islands, Konashir Islands, Uturp Islands, and Shikotan Islands. These islands are claiming by Japan as their northern territories, whereas Russia is claiming all these Kuril Islands. Actually, Kuril Islands are the group of islands which are from the Kamchatka Peninsula all the way till the Hokkaido Island of the Japan. Here you will see the Kuril Islands which are present in Pacific Ocean, and these Kuril Islands are separating the Sea of Okhotsk and Pacific Ocean. Okay. Earthquake recently, this area is experienced earthquakes. It's an archipelago extended from Kamchatka to Hokkaido Island, separating the Sea of Okhotsk to Pacific Ocean. Japan claiming them as northern territories. Northern territories, and Russia as South Kurils. South Kurils. Okay. And these are the various different history of the Kuril disputes. You can go through it later. Then 11th one, Kinmen Islands. Actually, Kinmen Islands is a kind of dispute between the Taiwan and China. Taiwan is requesting that China should not do any changes in status quo related to Kinmen Islands. Kinmen Islands is just very close to China, like around 10 kilometers of China. It is present in Taiwan Strait, Kinmen Islands. Next, Cape Verde. Recently, the good news is WHO declared Cape Verde as a third African country which is free from malaria. Previously, 2 African countries identified as malaria free. They are the Mauritius and Algeria. This Cape Verde is not a single piece of land. It is a group of islands, so we can call it as archipelago. Previously, it was Portuguese colony, 10 islands and 5 islets. These islands are organic in origin. We can find here Cape Verde just on the western direction of the Senegal. If you zoom this, so these are the group of islands, and this Cape Verde capital is Praia. Okay, Praia. Next, 13th one, Somalia. You know that Somalia recently, these Houthi rebels, they hijacked one ship, and the ship was successfully rescued by Indian Navy. Indian Navy foils further attempts of Somalia pirates using the hijacked MV Ruin. In this context, actually Somalia is the easternmost country of the African continent, and Somalia is also one part of the Horn of Africa. If you know which countries are part of Horn of Africa, comment your answer. Land borders are Kenya and Ethiopia in the western direction, Djibouti in the northwest. Water bodies are Gulf of Aden and Indian Ocean. Easternmost country of Africa, highest point is Mount Shimbiris. So this is about the Somalia, sharing border with the Ethiopia and Djibouti. We know that Djibouti is a country where China had, their navy base is there. Okay, China had their navy base. 14th one, Albania. Albania announced opening of their embassy in India. Albania is present in Balkan Peninsula. Actually, Balkan Peninsula, it is surrounded by water bodies in three directions, such as Black Sea, Aegean Sea, and Adriatic Sea. Black Sea, Aegean Sea, Adriatic Sea. Last time there was UPSC question on Black Sea. So be careful about this particular region. Land border, these land borders are there. And here, interestingly, we'll see Balkan Sea. This Black Sea, actually Black Sea and Aegean Sea, they are connected by Sea of Marmara. Let's see. Okay, Aegean Sea, Black Sea, they are connected by Sea of Marmara. Now, the Aegean Sea and Sea of Marmara are connected by Dardanelles Strait. Then Sea of Marmara and Black Sea, they are connected by which strait? What is the name of the strait? So this is about today's places in news and map pointing. This is about the detailed analysis of high link series related to places in news. I hope this video is useful to your preparation. If you would like to give any suggestion regarding the upcoming topics, feel free to include that in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Jai Hind.